Welcome to the Good Karma Sportfishing Podcast. I'm your host, Captain Ryan Van Fleet. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Ooh, man, that cost of fuel's going up. Woo! I'm thinking it's going to be $6 a gallon by summer. Honestly, we're at $4.50 now, and it's going up every week 50 cents. So we will probably be at $5 a gallon, close to maybe here in another week or so. Now that's marine fuel on the water. That price always goes up. So if you're filling up on the water, you have to look for alternatives. So what I would recommend, here's a couple things for you guys, is you can look at buying some speed jugs. Those are awesome products, and I'll put this product up on my Amazon store, and I'll show you guys. Now I do keep a couple of speed jugs available. I fill up at the marina at Chris's Bait and Tackle because I support their business, and I always have, and I do believe in supporting the marina. But years ago, when I had the Dargle, the big flats boat that I used to drive, it was an awesome boat. I still miss that boat, and it was painful for me to sell it because I really did enjoy driving the boat, and it was an awesome catamaran flats boat, big boat, but. Clientele, they were not about going fishing back in the backcountry, and I didn't enjoy it. And I just liked to ride the boat. Like, I didn't really like to fish off of it. I just liked to drive it. So it just reminded me, that boat would haul ass, man. I could rip across the flats in no time and bust in all that nasty Gulf weather. It was just a beast of a boat. So, but I do miss it. So what I did was, it had a very small fuel capacity. It could only hold 50 gallons of gas. So I asked Scott at DB Boatworks, that's my mechanic, and I've been working with him for several years now. And I said, hey, what should I do? Should I get a fuel bladder? I mean, I'm going to run out of gas out there. And I didn't want to have to carry one of those big tanks on my boat. Honestly, I needed like a portable big fuel tank or add an extra fuel tank. I looked into that, and I was looking into all these other options. So I didn't do enough homework on the fuel capacity on the boat, to be honest with you. And I just love the boat so much I just bought it. So if you're buying a boat and you're looking at like a bay boat and you're going to start traveling, you need to buy a bay boat that has some serious fuel capacity. Okay, because you got to haul ass to get way back to the Gulf. And the bigger boats can do it because they got the fuel capacity. But or a smaller flats boat, so if you're buying a mid-range bay boat, you have to make sure that you buy a boat that has a large fuel capacity, or you're going to wind up with the same issue that I had. So, which I had an issue because, oh my God, I was driving 60 miles, and that's how far you have to drive from Tavernier to get into some good fishing. Honestly, to go back to the Gulf. That's it. So, and I don't fish the bridges. So because of the hectic crowds down there, it was a nightmare. So what I did, here was my solution, and it worked out awesome. Okay. So I asked my mechanic, says, hey, what should I do? And my mechanic said, here you go. This is what you need to buy. He said, you need to buy the VP Racing Fuels Motorsport 5-gallon square plastic utility jug red. You can buy them in any color, but I bought the red ones because I like the red so I could see them. With a 14-inch hose in a 2-pack. Okay, they're 5 gallons and they're $60 a pair. So I bought mine locally, but I'm going to be putting these up in my store for you guys. So these are what I recommend you guys use. So the containers are badass. They're super easy to pour, and they pour fast. Okay, they're meant for race boats, and they're easy to store. So you can make a holder for them or something, and you can hide them away on your boat. If you're making that long trip and you just need a little extra insurance about fuel, then you need to take these with you, and you can just add a little bit when you're out there. But you have to be really safe about it, okay? But these are the ones that you need to buy. And all you guys looking at buying big fill-up tanks and spending all that money, I think you guys are personally wasting your time. Because these things, if you do it with these race jugs, number one, they're super easy to fill at the pump. They don't take you long. They're not big. You don't have to load them up in your truck. And honestly, for a mid-range boat, you need if you're going to do a day of fishing, you should only be spending honestly, you should only need 30 to 40 gallons of gas. And then, but if you keep up on your fuel, that means you just add a little bit, then it's going to help save you some money in the long run as well. So that's just kind of how I would manage it personally, and that's how I do manage it. Sometimes I'll run my tanks empty to clean out the fuel, and then I'll run it all the way down to 5 gallons, and then I'll refuel, and then that way I have fresh fuel. And I like to keep things moving. I only use Rec 90 gas. So I honestly recommend that you do buy those jugs. And I would appreciate it if you bought them through my store, because I provided you with that recommendation and it helps support the podcast. And they're you can fill them up on the water with no problem. It only takes a couple seconds to fill. And it's oh my gosh. And they're super handy. They fit really nice in the car. And yeah, so and you can do that on a nice windy day. You can go and get some fuel, and then, or if you have a smaller bay boat and you want to go offshore and do some sport fishing this year, you can take an extra jug of fuel with you, stick it in the boat. Make sure it's locked up tight. Just keep that kind of stuff in mind. It's always good to have a little extra insurance out there, especially with a smaller boat with smaller fuel capacity and all that other good stuff. So that's just my recommendations for you guys. That's what I do. I do still own those jugs, but like I said, I don't use them very much because I fill up at the tackle store and I support the tackle shop. But if I do decide to make a long range trip in the Good Karma someday, I'll have those jugs with me, and I'll probably buy a couple more so I can just have them. I could say, for example, if I want to drive to Key West, or if I want to do something fun, I won't probably do that, but it's always on my mind to say, hey, it'd be cool to do a long range trip in Good Karma, and I take really good care of my engine. I have 100% confidence in my boat, so that's something. I know guys that go to Bimini from down here on single engines so in the summer, but I probably won't be doing any of that stuff. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Really, as far as my one fishing tip for you guys today is, if you're traveling to the Florida Keys, I just am I'm extremely impressed with what the Yellow Bait House is doing as far as upgrades go. And I have to honestly say that they are really doing some good stuff in there. They're bringing in stuff that works. Their prices are really good. The ballyhoo that I'm seeing that's coming into the shop right now is really fresh and brined, really nice compared to what I've seen in the past. And also, too, what they've got in there now, they've made some upgrades to their weights as far as what's available as far as lead goes. And in my opinion, this is the Yellow Bait House is the cheapest place to buy lead. And they keep the prices real in there. So they do have titanium wire in there now. To the AFW, they have some awesome sea witches in there. They've got a whole wall of awesome sea witches that you guys need to check out when you're traveling down. And as far as the chum situation goes, that's your spot for chum. Just stop in there. The chum prices have gone up. Just FYI, everything's going up right now. So it is what it is with fishing gear. As the price of gas goes up, we're going to see major increases in fuel and tackle. So you just have to be mindful about all that stuff, because it is going up every week. So I want you guys to stop in there and check it out. They're going to be bringing in some Gold Coast ballyhoo as far as frozen ballyhoo. And if you guys want that stuff is badass, man. The Gold Coast is really good, and that's what I would recommend. I used to use another brand, but I quit using them because I had a poor customer service thing that went down, so I quit using that brand. I'm not going to say which ones are, but it was I was extremely upset with the customer service with a pickup. So, and customer service to me means a lot, especially with products. I've had a really bad customer service experience with a live well once. Supposedly the best live well on the market today, and it was extremely poor. So I don't recommend the brand. And in the future, I'll probably tell you guys what the brand is. So I had a really poor experience with the technician that came to work on the pump. Blame my boat. So what I'm trying to get to you guys is that it's really too about the customer service experience. So, and I've really been I've been impressed lately with the Yellow Bait House. So I'm just seeing some good stuff come out of there, and I really want you guys to make it a point to stop in there because they're doing a really good job. That's all I got for you guys today. Please follow me on Instagram. You can see what I'm catching. If you want to hear the fishing reports, those are available on the app. We have made some changes. I mean, I shouldn't say changes, but there's been some updates go through Apple. What I suggest to you guys that are having problems with the app now through Apple is that you need to uninstall and reinstall the app if you're not. We send out messages through my Facebook group, so just telling you guys what's going on with the app. So we're working really hard at it, and I really am passionate about the app because I really want to make it super nice for you guys. And it's available for free download through Apple, through the Apple Store and Google Play. So you can also get caught up on the podcast through there. We're just going through some server upgrades, and we're doing a lot of stuff right now. So from time to time, there's going to be some issues. And just with any app, man, it's a growing process, and we want to make sure that as we move through things, move through the issues, that we're doing it the right way and fixing issues, and not just throwing money at it trying to fix something. I'm really like. When I see something that's wrong, I want to get to the root cause and fix it so the problem doesn't come back. So that's the way I apply. I just coming from an engineering standpoint with equipment over the years and working in the drug industry, I just know that applying a Band-Aid to something and getting a temporary fix is not the best thing. So I'm all about doing some evaluation on stuff and getting to the root problem and fixing it before I throw money at something. So, but that's just how I operate. That's just me. I'm always going to be that way. So that's how that's how we're handling the app. So day by day, we look for the problem, we fix it. If it takes a little while to fix it, it is what it is. So that's all I got officially. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at goodkarma_sportfishing_FL_keys. You can join up with the private Facebook group to get all the updates, what's happening with Good Karma Sport Fishing with the app. Now there will be some detailed dolphin reports coming up that I will be putting up in that group, which is badass. And I will not talk about dolphin fishing through the podcast. You will have to get the details through the Good Karma Sport Fishing Facebook group and through the app, which I will be giving the depths, where to find the fish, specific locations, and all that other good stuff. It's going to be really good. We're trying to get it all ready for the summer. Thanks for listening. And remember, anytime you're fishing, it's all good.